Let's try it again. I mean, I can try out zombies if you guys want at some point. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Storm is great. Like, the thing is, I got a master like Rodrigo Tagores, so I personally found the Miracles matchup to be tough as a Storm player, especially after sideboard. So I'm glad that I don't have to worry about that anymore. Storm might just be great. But at the same time, if everybody just has like a bunch of hate for you, then it might not be good. The problem with black-white control is like, how are you ever beating Marvel? Let's cycle one of these. With Anguish to make, I mean, like, I believe that that person did well, but that doesn't really tell me much. You know what I mean? God, this is rough. What do I kill? I mean, I guess this thing. Black-white, like, just think about like how the cards line up, right? Like, yeah, I can't imagine it being good for. I can't imagine it being actually good for black-white. Like, and really think about it before you like type out like, well, I can cast Transgress the Mind. But just think about, on average, how the games play out. Like, you're playing this like mid-range strategy with a lot of energy. You've got these planeswalkers, and then like if they ever resolve a Marvel, you can't win, or it's really hard to win, and you still have to beat through all their grindy elements. They still have planeswalkers. Like, sure, if everything lines up perfectly, you can get there. But I don't think the games play out exactly how everybody kind of thinks it does. I mean, sure, yeah, you can't. But the thing is just like, yeah, I still don't think it's a good matchup. I mean, yeah, you can play Dispossess, but again, like a lot of these Marvel decks play like Chandras and a bunch of other stuff in their sideboard, you know? I think the version with Glimmer of Genius and a bunch of counterspells is probably decent against blue-red, but like the more traditional mid-range version, I'd much rather be on Marvel's side. Well, that's freaking painful. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, the Marvel deck has so much support. Like, you can just beat people without marveling. Man, really wish I had that Release the Gremlins in my sideboard. Yeah, I mean, if you go, like, Transgress the Mind into Dispossess into Gideon, you can beat the Marvel deck. You know? Even Fennel did that with the zombie deck. But, like... Is it a bushwhacker or what is this? Yes, that changes things. These scroungers, though, how are we ever grinding through these? We need to draw like our pull. We cycled a lot of these eliminations, but like that's the thing. My opponent has 3 scroungers in the yard. Like they are going to grind me out unless I find a Gear Hulk. Like my opponent can simply just pass here. Okay. All right, I really need something here. Okay. That's what I'm talking about, friend. Okay. Okay. And I actually think I'm going to Glimmer here. That's going to just find, like, that's how I like, come back from this game. Ooh. Yes. Yes. All right. Yes. D Mike K, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you so much. Kind of want to induce like an attack with both the creatures here. I mean, we're still at 5 life. This feels like a disintegration. Okay, okay, okay. Gonna play it nice and safe here. Is my opponent out of creatures yet? Okay. There's two creatures in the yard. Does my opponent have a disintegration? All right, I am, yeah, oh yeah, oh, nice cards. Let's discard that one. Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. The hell is this? Ooh. Do I want to negate this? Yeah, sure. I also have lethal next turn now. And a blocker and 2 hard counters. My opponent forgot to scrounger. Oh no, they can't. Never mind. My opponent just played out his land. Isn't he dead? Alright. Dobbs. Yeah, buddy. Illuminations have been like, okay. It's a role player. It allows you to kind of cycle early to hit your land drops and gives you a better thing to cast off of your Gear Hulks. I am not sure if I like it over like second pull, for example. Alright, so Expulsion is good here. I like Thing in the Ice. Sweltering Suns. I'm assuming Glorybringer and... Is Chandra good here too? Maybe Chandra's not necessary. Don't want this. Don't want that. Not sure I want the Outcasts. Don't think this is necessary here. I'm not sure what my counterspell distribution needs to be here. Probably cut a couple of these because they can play around it. Maybe shave one of those. Yeah, but like they're gonna board in Chandras and stuff, so I like having a thing that can just like get them. Also, they could board in Dispossess. I imagine a lot of that burn gets boarded out though. And I like Void Shatter over Disallow because of Scrap Heap Scrounger. Like, why is that still in your deck? Alright, whatever. I guess it just... They're just trying to burn me out or something. What do I want to do here? I think I just take the damage here so I can make better use of my counterspell. This courier is gigantic.
Gotta get that resub in. CF bonds up.
Thank you so much, Chimp Funks, for the donation. Ooh, no threat that turn. That's huge. Is this a Chandra? Okay. I'm going to use this Glimmer here. Turn the Ether Hub on. I like both of those cards. I guess I should have just... No, maybe keep up Sensor anyways. The question is, do I want to Magma Spray this thing? And then, like... It's only bad, like... It uses my mana better. The problem is my opponent might... Oh, my opponent discarded Hazoret. If my opponent plays like a Scrounger, it feels worse. But slowly pulling ahead on cards here, which is good. This could be a Hazoret. I dislike playing against that one. So a lot of cards my opponent can have this turn I can censor. Like the really yeah. War Blazer, thank you very much for the resub. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Why does my opponent just play out the land? Actually, maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's like, it's more awkward if my opponent plays like some kind of, like the Fleet Wheel Cruiser or something, I guess. Just playing out all the lands. Don't you have Key to the City? But the thing is, if you play out your lands, you can complain more about like how unlucky you got. So, I do appreciate that, I guess. So I tried building a blue-white control deck for the PT. And yeah, just not having access to the man lands is huge. Like, Fumarole is very real way to win. Marin Thidas, thank you very much for the resub.
Sad to see you didn't get there at the PT, but we're still here for you, Paul.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I am also sad. Very, very sad. It was like a combination of things. It's like all the... I mean, just me doing very poorly at the PT, which always just makes you reflect. Like, I think everybody goes through this. It's like, man, do I suck? Like, why is this happening? And then on top of that, like, I was also sick. So just like, I was feeling bad and also feeling bad, you know, like ill. Could have cycled this first, I guess. Maybe that was better. Because if I draw like a Gear Hulk, then I just play the Gear Hulk. So yeah, I probably should have done that because there's like no way I'm censoring anything. It's a lot of lands though. My opponent's super unlucky. It's like they were mana screwed at first, and then like now they're getting flooded. So yeah, I'm gonna attack with just one because I have a 2-turn clock next turn, and I have disallow up, which is good. I am of Korean descent. Alright, they need to have like exactly unlicensed disintegration, so I'm just going for it. Like, if my opponent plays Hazoret, it sucks, but yeah, of course. They still have to draw something, right? Like, I still have them dead with Fumarole, and I have a Harness Lightning, and Hazoret doesn't kill me on the spot. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to attack the turn before. That could have been correct, because, like, same situation. It's like, I attack my opponent down to 4, what can they play, right? What can they draw? And I can't think of something that's insane, so... Bucky Curls, I think you are correct. I think I should just attack for 8. Because I'm at 8 life. Like, what can my opponent draw there? Glorybringer? That doesn't do it. Whereas this gave them the out of, like, drawing, like, removal spell into Hazoret, which would have, like, stabilized for them. So yeah, you're correct. I'll be right back, folks. Restroom. Well, I mean, definitely need to draw a little bit of interaction here, but feel better that I'm on the play. Being able to censor something turn 2. And this might be kind of the general issue with the control decks, right? You're playing a good amount of these top-end cards. Okay, alright, well. You know, one of the most important things to do in this matchup, just make sure you play fast. But I'm down a minute because I went to the restroom. Thanks, Young Furl. I really do have to watch this Enter the Battlefield because I personally have not had the opportunity to watch it. And my opponent's probably just going to counter this. Oh, I like this. Oh, it's a disallow. Interesting. Well, I want to hit a land drop, so... I mean, it's unlikely that they play Gearhulk next turn, but if they cycle a Hieroglyphic Illumination into main phase Gearhulk, that's why I want to play the land there instead of the tap land. I just felt like if my opponent fires off the disallow over the negate there, it's less likely that they have a negate in their hand. That's not always true, Tar Heel Blue Boy. Always depends. One of the most important things, though, is to make sure that you can hit your land drops. But, like, in this situation, I don't have a bunch of negates. Like, I just kind of have to let the Glimmer resolve. But again, I mean, this is just a super long drawn out. It's going to be super long and drawn out. Depends on how many counters they have. So like the thing with Censor too is like I often don't cycle it unless I think I'm gonna miss a land drop. So now I would probably do it. So here I'm not exactly sure if I should counter it. My opponent could counter back, and then that would be bad. All right, I'll just let it resolve. If I had an untapped hand, I think I could maybe pull it off. Because I can go like negate, they counter, and then I Gearhulk. So then I have like a permanent on the battlefield. But this, like my opponent has to discard, so it's not that bad. They're probably just going to discard Magma Spray, to be honest. Like that's usually how these the mirrors play out early. Yeah. So I missed my land drop, which is bad. I'm at the point where, like, I don't mind discarding Magma Sprays, but if I get to the point where I'm going to have to discard, like, counter spells, then I do start running out Gearhulks. So maybe that's what my opponent's doing, I don't know. So what can my opponent do to punish me now? I guess I just need to negate. I was a little concerned about Gearhulking there because that gives my opponent the opportunity to untap and play Pull from tomorrow to get really far ahead on cards and value. Oh, yeah. I did get killed by Approach of the Second Sun, and it did not feel good. I can confirm that this happened. Yeah, we're a little bit behind them. My opponent's definitely resolved a few more glimmers than I have. We do have triple illumination, which is nice. But currently, if we did the advantage bar, my opponent, I think, is a decent amount ahead. I mean, game ones always play out like this, though. I wonder if I'm supposed to play out these Gear Hulks to, like, try to get my opponent to start using their counters. Yeah, my opponent has too much mana. I think I need to just, before I fall further and further behind. Like, I'll just let this get countered, that's the thing. Yeah. I'm not going to fight over it, but I just need to, yeah. Also, I don't like discarding a bunch of cards. Where's our illuminations? Because I just want to make sure that I have, like, access to 2 counters, but holding 2 Gear Hulks, like, I'm not going to have 14 mana, right? So if I don't have 14 mana, I can't use this as, like, a double counter. So playing out one of the Gear Hulks there feels okay. Okay, not drawing lands. But, I mean, finding 2 hard counters was pretty good, so can't really complain. Ugh. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think I can maybe discard one of the Harness Lightnings. God, he's so far ahead on lands. So bad. Four, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. All right. All right, so we're currently now ahead in the mill the opponent strategy, which currently we have 2 Gear Hulks that have been played. All right. I mean, my opponent's gone through a lot more of the hard counters than I have. I need to start drawing lands, though. I'm discarding the pull, by the way. Alright, my turn, I guess. Okay. The counter war. So good. So I don't want to cast this Glimmer because I'm ahead on cards. Or my opponent's down to 19 cards. Okay. See, now I can play Glimmer because my opponent dug one card deeper. Interesting that they're actually playing Anticipate. Oh, okay. Can definitely cast Glimmer now. I mean, they could have a commit to memory, I guess. Not playing that one. Just need to make sure that we're always one card up on them. Are we going to deck our opponent? Oh, yeah. They don't even have anything to commit. That's the thing. Oh, look at all these lands. What a pure matchup here. This is Magic in its purest form. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at this. I love getting flooded at this point. Who is disallow are they committing? The heck is this card? So my opponent is attempting to pull here, I guess. This is such a silly game. Okay, let's take a look at the graveyard now. Disallow. Okay, negate, negate. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 3-mana counters. So that's all of them. 1, 2, 3 negates. So that's all of them. So the only thing my opponent can have is a Gear Hulk. So there's no Gear Hulks left in my opponent's deck. So my opponent has no Gear Hulks. They've used 4 3-mana counters. And they've used... so they can have like 1 more 3-mana counter at the best. No, I'm just looking at my opponent's main deck, and like the only thing they could have is like a Censor or another commit maybe. All right, I'm good. No, this is fine. I just looked through their graveyard. Like, I just don't think they have any counter spells left. They have to have another commit here. Targeting disallow. Okay. Is this really another counter? Like I saw their deck. They have, unless they have a 3-mana counter number 5. I guess they can cast it again, but they'll be tapped out. Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. Right, I'm gonna need to just like cycle into something
This
here.
game is like watching paint dry.
Alright, resolves. God. Oh my god, this game though. This game is unreal. So those are both of the commit to memory. So we can still go on the decking plan here. Because that has to be all of their commit to memories. But they probably have a lot of counter spells. I think they might just have like almost all their lands in play too. So yeah, we're just going to be purely the reactive deck here. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 20. I mean, my opponent's like discarding Harness Lightnings. That's really good for us. Like they're gonna play Gearhulk. Wait, what is this? A pull? I mean, I guess we should counter this. I feel like that's just too many cards. Alright, if they just have like a million counter spells. Essence Scatter too. Jeez. Oh my god. His hand was just all counters. That was insane. He had 5 counters to back that up. Yeah.
Now put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Yeah. I guess my opponent did have a lot of counters. I guess I needed to Void Shatter the commit. Needed to Void Shatter the commit. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna concede. Yeah. I was a little concerned that my opponent would just have too much counter magic and resolve a bunch of Gearhulks. Also, perhaps discarding pull for tomorrow. Like, I just thought that it wouldn't come to a situation where I would have to do that. And that probably cost me. Oh, lag. Oh, okay, so I can't bring that thing in the ice in? Okay, that's cool. Or did I already bring it in? I don't like, I think it's correct to not counter the glimmers. Yeah, I just shouldn't have discarded the pull, probably. Yeah, you also have a lot more like cheap counters after sideboard too. Look at this. It was at least a lava spike. Can't be too sad or something. Land. Woo! Woo! I bet your hand is all counter spells. We did it! We did it! Dragon Master Outcast, OP. Yeah. I think maybe I should just go down. Did I board in the third Essence Scanner? I really hope I didn't. I'm going to do this because my opponent's going to fight it, and then I have 2 Harness Lightnings. That way my opponent needs to have 3 counter spells to deal with all of this. Taste it! Taste it! Woo! That's why you keep all the Harness Lightnings. Yeah, and this is why I dislike pull after sideboard, because of the 3 dispels. Yeah, no, the sideboarded games go a lot faster. Why is there a negate here? Was there a negate in my sideboard? I'm not sure if I want commit, but I'll keep it in. I don't think Glorybringer is good enough. But, I mean, it could be okay. Like, if they're on Thing in the Ice, it's pretty good, I guess. Kefnet is very good in the mirror. Again, I just don't think, like, I should be putting a bunch of sideboard slots for the mirror. Alright. I played Kefnet at the Pro Tour. Okay. Okay. I can't really get punished too hard here. Okay. Oh, no land? That's good. Land! Come on! No! I'm so sad. Gimp Wars. Gimp Wars. Shoot. And my opponent found the land? How lucky are you? This is just the worst. This is truly the worst. Oh, come on! Land! Why? Why? We do not deserve this. Land! This... Actually, that was bad. I wanted to keep that. Yeah. Oh my god! This is just the worst. I probably have the spell. Or Gearhulk. They needed to draw the 6 land this turn. They absolutely had to draw the 6 land this turn. What a frustrating game. We're at the point where it's just like, just too many threats on the board. Or I need to just get threats off the board. I mean, there was a turn where I could have harnessed lightning my thing, which would have been good, I guess. Outcast looking pretty awkward against the tower. I still think I need to keep both of these, even though it's like... Oh, perfect. Okay, you know what? Not looking so bad anymore. Land. Okay. Okay, I need to find a Harness Lightning or a Gear Hulk. Either or works. I mean, I also need to just like try to play fast. My opponent has infinite energy. Okay, nice. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Okay. These outcasts are so bad though. I guess they have to have Harness Lightning. I don't know why they tapped Ether Hub for red when they have a Spire Bluff Canal up, but whatever. I'm playing 25 lands, Josh. I'm not gonna play this with this on the board though. Okay. Sucks. So like, I mean, we're both just like tapping out each turn. It's like so awkward. Three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I messed up the first game. In this game, I mean, we could have played it a little different, I think, had we resolved, had we cast Harness Lightning. I mean, we were stuck on lands for a while. But I think this is game, yeah. No, I mean, my opponent played this game very well, too. But, like, the tower definitely just kept this thing in check. They should be out of counters here, though. I mean, if their hand is like counter, it's obviously not good for us. This is kind of awkward, too. It's like, what am I killing? I can cast Commit on Dynavolt Tower. Does that give me more outs? No, because they can do this. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah. No, my opponent played that well. I think I could have. I think there were a couple of I think my opponent made like very few mistakes, and I made a couple of I had a couple of miscues. Like game one, I could have void shattered his commit, although he had a second one, and then also I shouldn't have discarded pull from tomorrow to try to fight my opponent, and I don't think I should have gotten into that counter war. So that was game one. We won game two, and then game three, I think the only thing I could have really done was just fire off Harness Lightning on my thing in the ice. But I probably should have done that. Well, my opponent did board in a lot of non-counters, so I wonder what they took out. I'm trying to figure out like how you fit Towers, Outcasts, and Glorybringers. Okay, well, they didn't have Thing in the Ice. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Good hand. Just need to like have this eventually transition into the late game where I can draw some card draw and get ahead. There's no way he kept the one-lander here. It is kind of funny that his account name is Swamp Fever, and he's on mono black. Oh, he's playing black-white, okay. I don't have a whole lot of late game stuff, so I kind of just want to use this censor as a hard counter. So if my opponent plays like Lord of the Crypt here, I'm just going to censor it. What deck won the Pro Tour? Mono Black Zombies. Perfect. That was the perfect draw. So now I'm kind of hoping my opponent just doesn't play like something that threatening, so I can just fire off the Glimmer of Genius. So white black with Westphal Abbey? Jeez. Yeah, we need to counter that. I mean, our hand certainly lined up very well. They're probably going to play turn 5 Liliana's Mastery, and we have a negate for that too. I'll take a land. That was the perfect land, actually. I think Watanabe's list is very good for the mirror. Very well positioned for the mirror. Which I think was like a really smart choice for the tournament. I do expect maybe 1 or 2 Sweltering Suns in the main. I think you want a few things for the zombie matchup. Another Colossus. What is this? Sure. Great Ogre for the win. I think I can let that one resolve. I played that last match so poorly. Feels bad, man. We're just so likely to draw land that I just bought him the Fumarole. Alright. Now we're at the point where I feel like it's going to be pretty difficult to lose from this spot. We just, like, look at... Like, we glimmered into just, like, the perfect 2 cards, more or less. And my opponent didn't play their 5th land. Tells me that, and that was their play. So I don't know how many they have, but they certainly have some number of Liliana's Masteries in their hand. Watsy messed up by not making Fumarole a May. I think it's good that it's a must. I want you to get punished for getting Magma Sprayed and flipping it. There has to be a cost. There has to be. I think it's good that they did it that way, actually. Yeah, I'm just keeping everything. Actually, I probably should have just cast Gearhulk Glimmer. That was bad. I'm like too busy reading chat. Hashtag blame chat. I don't know where you can get the old Ultra Pro sleeves or whatever. The thing is, like, my opponent can't really care. My opponent... You cannot cure this! Like, my opponent just can't kill this at instant speed with the mana that they have up, so I should have just played it out and I could start being aggressive. And it'll just... And I had a Glimmer in my yard, so... What were they sandbagging here? It could be anything, even like more removal. I don't know. I don't know what I would cut in Watanabe's list, to be honest. I'll let that resolve. Glimmer, try to find a removal spell or a torrential Gearhulk. Then drawing one card isn't too bad, I don't think. We just go over to the top so easily. And there's no way my opponent's attacking me here. No, I'm not going to make a child every time. That seems so bad. Oh, this is a really aggressive attack. I don't think I like this. I think I'd rather draw a card here. I guess you're trying to force me to play a sweeper so then you can play Liliana's Mastery or something? Huh. Interesting. No removal. Alright, we're going to play defense now, I guess. Actually... Alright, yeah, we'll play defense. No, Chandra is not good against Mardu. Chandra is very good against zombies. Zombies. Brains. How many lands in this list? I can only have 25 lands, 1 pull, 3 illuminations, and 4 glimmers. Instant speed divination OP. So my opponent playing that land. I feel a mastery trying to play around sensors happening here. We can negate it. I really need to find some kind of like removal effect or Gear Hulk or something. Come on. Okay. Can I beat Resolve Planeswalkers? It is very difficult. I mean, my opponent might just be tempted to just run out Liliana's Mastery here and just attack, and if they do, then I can just Gear Hulk negate and block. Why does white help against Aetherworks? What do you get out of white? Gideon, maybe? Just to be aggressive? I think Thing in the Ice was the way I was most, like, beating Planeswalkers. Thing in the Ice went a long way. Cast that? Yeah, I guess cast that's okay. What are you going to play here? Yeah, I'm being baited here. I'm going to just do this. Besides, my opponent's still at 9. So I can kill them with Fumarole. Oh, they could have Fatal... Oh, no, I have Negate. So Fatal Push doesn't do it. Boom! Zombie! Zombie! I mean, they bring in a decent amount of hand disruption, but... What else did I take out? I brought in all my good cards. I don't know what to take out. Void Shatter is better than Disallow. I didn't do PT coverage. I think somebody mentioned taking a Harness Lightnings, but that seems incorrect because of Diregraph Colossus. They go up to 7 to 8 walkers. What walkers are you talking about? I can see cutting one Gyarados if they're going to dispossess me. Oh, he's playing black-white. You're right, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. They're playing white-black. Yeah. My bad. Yeah. No, you're totally right on that. Do we cut Essence Scatter? That seems so weird. But maybe they just have creatures you don't want to counter? Maybe negate's better. I feel like I boarded out too many card draw effects. We'll see. This might be a case of like too many good sideboard cards. So if this is Relentless Dead, what do I do? I think I just kill Relentless Dead. All right, so I got the disallow on 3, but I mean, this is kind of the weakness of the blue-red deck, right? It's just like when they can sneak in a threat, you're kind of in trouble. You just like you're one of the like. Oftentimes you're in a situation where you cross your fingers and go, "Well, I hope they don't play a Diagraph Colossus." I mean, the thing is, we have after sideboard, Scrounger is more manageable because we have 3 Thing in the Ice, 4 Magma Sprays, and a Brutal Expulsion. Oh, there's that. I think I want to keep up Disallow for a Planeswalker though, and just take 4. My opponent can't do anything here, so I do like that. Surprised my opponent didn't just pass and leave up Crypt Breaker. Instead opted to attack me, which is kind of weird. Next turn I can go Thing in the Ice and keep up Disallow. Why did my opponent just like make a zombie here? That was pretty strange. And I'm not sure on the Disallow Void Shatter split. I mean, I've liked the utility of Disallow. And I think it's important to have some, especially when your opponents are looking to hardcast Ulamog sometimes. But Void Shatter against zombies is pretty decent. Alright. So Sweltering Suns would not be bad. I guess I'll take a Harness Lightning. Jeez. Why does my opponent keep attacking me with Crypt Breaker instead of just making... Like, discarding this to make a 2-2 seems better. Or maybe not, I don't know. No attacks? Oh, yeah. Also, casting a Gear Hulk and then like flipping this and getting this back to your hand. Also gasoline. I want to keep this up in case my opponent plays something like a Liliana's Mastery. Let me think. I don't want my opponent to draw a card. So maybe I just cast an Expulsion. Or do we just let this resolve and let them draw one card? Like, what can he even do? Alright, so we've got rid of the Scrounger. Oh, well, there's a Scrounger. I can just start getting in. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in for this. This is so much value. Oh, yeah. Do you guys love the value here? Oh, God. I am just... Oh, my goodness. I'll take the land. Being able to, like, Gear Hulk, Expulsion plus Magma Spray next turn is big. Oh, yeah. All the value. Nice zombies! I don't need this. Haumph. Glimmer is much better than Illumination. right. Yep, this is a good place to be. Thing in the ice. Thing in the ice. Just ends the game. Liliana's Mastery. This is game. Nice to play. Nice to play. All right. How's it going, Aura of Death? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Again, I try to reflect and look back at how I could have, you know, outside of obviously like deck choice and all that stuff, just given my preparation, what I could have done differently in the tournament. I think I could have drafted certainly better. And yeah, I just lost in Standard. I lost to Marvel because I got kind of I lost two matches to mana issues. Yeah, this is more or less my PT deck, although it has a few more illuminations. I played 2 pull at the PT though. I don't know what's correct. 1 or 2 pulls versus the illuminations. I mean, to be fair, like the cycling of this has been good. Though, with the turn 1 Concealed Courtyard, I think it's very likely that I'm going to have to Magma Spray. So this just sets it up nicer because I think my opponent are like either Heart or Scrounger. They went with Heart. I played 26. Yeah, also can't hook pull. Although that doesn't... I haven't come... like, that situation hasn't come up all that often, to be fair. I think I'm going to cycle this. The one thing I can't believe is how, like, the guy who went 8 and 2, he only played 3 sensors. Just seems so important. But he did well, so maybe... I mean, there's nothing, like, too wrong with that number of sensors, I guess, but... Prevent some damage, yes. Unless my opponent plays, like... Alright. You got me. You got me! Oh, this is rough. Too much pressure. I don't have enough answers. My opponent has 1 card remaining. Do I take 7? Do I disallow and cycle Censor? Do I just cycle Censor here? Do I play Glimmer? Bifrost, jeez. Oh yeah, I am probably taking 9, you're right. Alright, so we take 6. We need a Harness Lightning pretty badly. Oh my goodness. I think we're still dead. But I mean, I still need to draw something like a removal effect here. My opponent messed up with their tapping. Wow. So I can't cast Sweltering Suns. All right, I have to find land Magma Spray. Is that more or less likely than... Oh, we found a Magma Spray. All right. Yeah. All right. This is how I sideboard in this matchup. I find that the matchup gets a lot better after sideboard. Game 1s are, in my experience, very rough. They often board out a lot of creatures after sideboard, so I don't really like tapping out to play Sweltering Suns against them, which is kind of weird. Is Thing worth main decking? I'm almost considering main decking Thing. I've boarded it in a lot of matchups, but it's nice that like often people will board out removal against you. Like people are going to be main decking cards like Grasp of Darkness and Fatal Push, and after sideboard it gets a lot worse, and that's when you bring in the things. No, I like pulling the matchup. They definitely slow down a lot. This hand is like pretty mediocre. The thing is, it's not a matter of whether or not it's good. Like, the idea behind this deck is that in game 1, your opponent's removal spells, cards like Fatal Push and Grasp of Darkness, are basically dead because your only win condition is Torrential Gearhulk. So leaning on a card like Thing in the Ice game 1 isn't as good. But after sideboard, oftentimes people will board out those cards for Hand Disruption and Tireless Trackers and other threats, and that's when the Thing in the Ice becomes a lot better. Unlikely for my opponent to have a turn 2 answer, but they could play a Heart of Karen here. Look at that. It's acting as a removal spell / win condition in the late game. I like it. Alright, got some value out of the sensor. Keeping up negate for possible Gideons and whatnot. Thraben Inspector is fine. Yeah, that's a one thing about Mardu. Like, it just has everything. It's got the best land in the format. It's got the best drops in the format. It's playing the best removal in Unlicensed Disintegration. It's got the best vehicle in Heart of Kirin. And it's got the best Planeswalker. It's just so strong. Just give me some cheap removal and land or something. Yeah. I do play 4 Fumarole. Oh, I should have. I punted. My bad, folks. I should have 5 energy. It's time to race. You got my first 5-0. Congratulations, man. Well, this is getting negated. So my opponent goes up to 6 and still dies, right? If they try to Shambling Event me. I thought my opponent had like another Gideon there or something. Well, Spire of Industry in this specific deck is amazing. Aether Hub is the best land in Standard, yeah. Alright, feeling pretty safe here. Punt, they could have activated it again. They could have activated it again. They had 3 more mana. Why would I disallow? My opponent had another mana. They had 3 more mana. I forgot to board this in. I wonder if like my opponent kept in motorists and stuff too, and I think they want to be even more aggressive on the play. I might want, like, everybody sideboards differently, but it looked like my opponent was a little more aggressive. But then, like, obviously, like, this is still doesn't play well into, like, getting Gideoned. Sensor is worse on the draw. Maybe I keep one in. Although, at this point, we board out too many cyclers. We boarded out 3 cyclers. Well, we're on the draw, so I can't censor their turn 2 play. One good thing about the matchup after sideboard is they do take board out some creatures. So Heart of Kirin sometimes just like won't be, you can't, like it won't be crude. Motorist. But the thing is, like, if he goes like super grindy, then I do want, like, my opponent boarded didn't transgress the mind. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure I can get ahead on cards and win. Well, this deck doesn't have broken 3 drops though. They have broken 4 drops. Botulinus, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Yeah, I'm just killing this thing. Like, there's nothing you can play that's like, yeah, it's, I mean, and then tap land. Or no tap land. Brutal Expulsion! That can be good here. But no 1-drop there means that, you know, this is a much slower draw for them. You got a jam. That I don't care about. Like, I don't mind taking 5 here. And then, like, end of turn bouncing Caravan, you know? Ah, Archangel Avacyn. This has to be, like, my opponent didn't crew. It has to be an Archangel Avacyn. Oh, this is really awkward. Alright, I'm gonna pass. This is my read, and if I'm wrong, so be it. And then now they're going to try to Planeswalker. We can negate. Or it could be another Avacyn. Oh, all right. Feels good, man. I'm going to negate this. I mean, he could have a disintegration, but yeah. We're still in okay life total. I would like to draw an untapped land here. I'm not sure what to do here. Caravan with Disintegration would be really bad. So do I just get rid of the Scrounger now? Yeah. Is that guy is he saying he's ghosting? Is that what's going on? Is he saying he's ghosting? Is that what's happening? Oh, he's saying hi to his friend. Okay, I guess that's alright. Alright, I'm going to keep this back in case my opponent plays a creature to crew. And then I'm going to play a pull from tomorrow. Hello, Lucho Sinizo. Alright. I think I have to counter that. All right, please just whiff for a turn, you know? I need a whiff. I need a whiff. Really need a whiff this turn. I'm okay with that. I don't think my opponent wants... I mean, my opponent could put me to 2. Yeah, sure. They have no cards in hand? Okay. But I'm feeling pretty good here. We're about to draw 5. Well, that wasn't especially good. Okay. Well. That was a lot of lands. I guess I'm going to kill the Exemplar. Defensive, isn't it better just to kill the creature? I do not have release of gremlins now. Woo! Okay, we survived, folks. Wow. Okay. We're gonna put some lands to the bottom. Come on. Okay. Okay. Gonna see if this resolves to see if I can attack. Okay. I like it. That was a good glimmer. I will allow this. So we can exert the Glorybringer, attack with Fumarole, keep up disallow. Whew! Feels good. That was really close. If my opponent had like a slightly faster draw, it would have been bad. Yeah, that was insanely close, but it's okay. Still got the job done. Still got the job done. All right, 3-1. Let's go. Oh, that Archangel Avacyn, though. I mean, it was pretty obvious, to be fair. It was pretty obvious, to be fair. But that allowed me to save my Brutal Expulsion. So that was pretty big. Oh. Is this the best version? I'm still not sure. This is a great account name. Hands Boy Modeling School. That is truly, truly great. Cycling for like some kind of cheap interaction, 2-mana interaction, if possible. Yeah. I mean, I could go back to 2 pulls, but I'm just trying this like lower land count illumination cycle thing. It does make it so that your early game is a little better because you cycle, and in the late game you can still use it to draw cards, but how about trying 1 or 2 Sphinx type? I think Sphinx is a better... Oh, actual Sphinx. I don't think I need it. Well, no 2-drop. Ooh, and Magma Spray. Ship it. Our hand is nice. I mean, I want to get rid of that thing permanently anyways. Isn't the correct play to just slam Swelterings? Yeah, just turn 3 to get the 2-1. Von Uber, that's the deck that I'm kind of basing this off of. But I just thought that 24... I mean, I'm playing 25 right now and I'm still not sure. But 24 felt like 1 too little. I think If you want to play some cyclers, I mean, go up to 25. That might be okay. So how does this say? Sweltering Suns will kill the Lord. Oh no, it won't kill the Lord. You're right. Huh. Boogala Wolf. 26 lands, 2 eliminations also seems okay. I didn't like 3 sensors in that list. But yeah, 27 might be excessive, but if you go to 26, you're going to want a few more cyclers than the 4 sensors. So, like, I played 26 lands once, 1 illumination, but I had 2 pulls. Like, again, I'm on 25 right now, but I'm not sure. Alright, so finding a land here would be nice. An untapped land, specifically. Okay, yeah, I will keep both of those. And the reason being here is I have to disallow for the Liliana's Mastery. Yeah, I mean, I've been able to win all these matches with only 1 pull. So, I mean, maybe it's just like a luxury, maybe it's unnecessary. I don't know. Like, I haven't had a game where I'm like, God, I really wish I had a pull, but it's weird. It's like once you get Gearhulk Glimmer Void, Glimmer of Genius going, you don't really need pull. Except maybe against Teamer. It is quite good against Teamer. Yeah, but we are firmly in the driver's seat here. I like how just so much of this matchup depends on whether or not you have the Magma Spray. And we had one, so it's just like way, way better for us. I think 0 pulls is probably incorrect, but you had 4 pulls? Holy cow. 4 is a lot. Are there matches where you would bring in a second pull from the sideboard? Yeah. But it's not enough of the metagame for me to want to have a second. The matchup where I would bring in a second copy is like mid-range black-green decks. And only those matchups, really. Yes. If you want to play control, blue-red is the way to go. Like Magma Spray and Sweltering Suns is too strong. Now, if the metagame shifts where everybody is on, like, black-green energy with bigger creatures, then I can see maybe playing black for, like, Fatal Push and stuff, but... My opponent could have, like, double Grasp, I guess. I'll outrace your little... 1 mana 2/1. What a cute little creature. Wow, so all the Gearhulks. Oh man, I'm just loving life right now. That's the thing, right? Like, blue-red seems like an absurd deck when your draw is like this, where everything lines up perfectly. But you have plenty of games, believe me, you have plenty of games where your counters or your removal lines up poorly with what they have and you lose. So I'm not saying blue-red is unbeatable. But currently, if there's zombies and Teamer as the top 2 decks, I think blue-red is a very reasonable option. think he'll just scoop to this. Kind of want to draw cards. I can negate it. I can draw a sensor off of this. Just for rubbins. Okay, whatever. Didn't matter. Oh! What matchup does Chandra come in? Basically just zombies. Okay, so we're playing against Zombos, Sweltering Suns, Explosion, Thing in the Ices. I think I want the Essence Scatter. This one's mono black, so I think Scatter's a little better. They don't have cards like Gideon that they can bring in. Those are supposed to come in. You take out negates. And a couple of sensors, as they can really pretty easily play around them. I can maybe shave one of these. I only have 2 main. Yeah, Warlord Virtuoso is nasty, definitely. I'm not sure if I want Glorybringer here. People said it was. People say it's good. I don't. Do I have like too many threats now? Like, are people gonna bring in Dispossess against me? I don't really want to board out Gear Hulk, but if they do bring in Dispossess, it's a reasonable thing to do. Could also cut this. I kind of like this though. Their deck slows down a lot, so having access to one of these is nice. And a lot of people bring in cards like Transgress the Mind, and this helps you play around that. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want the Essence Scatter. Again, I think I need to like retool my sideboard. I have too many threats. Have I tried the mono blue list? No, but I don't really intend on doing so. I don't think that deck is good. Why do you always get sick, Jake? Huh? Why do you always get sick? Why do you always get sick, man? Have you considered not getting sick?
Okay.
Remember that time where you didn't get sick, son? What did he take? Oh. See? He's trying to play a grindy game. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. What's wrong? No lands? Okay. Well, our hand has lots of answers, but could use some card draw. I hope I draw a pull late in the late game. Thank you, Mr. Bjornos. What you trying to do? Huh? What you trying to do? Ooh. Ah! Ah! You just farted on daddy. Unya. Would you buy? Okay, glimmer off the top. One time glimmer. No? You don't think glimmer's good there? Ooh. Ooh. RS Moose Droppings, thank you so much for the sub. This is good. No pressure. No pressure. I think this puts us in a better spot. Your baby looks much older than the last time I saw it. Well, that is generally what babies tend to do. You know, they get older. It's a boy. He's a boy. Jake is a boy. Everybody thinks she's. Everybody thinks he's a girl, though. He's got short hair. I didn't have a lot of barbecue in Nashville, but I did have Hattie B's hot chicken. That was great. Alright, I want to draw a poll. What's wrong? High five. Ah, yeah. Put your hands up. That is a big one. Put your hands up. Cha-cha. All right, Gear Hulk. Off the top. Off the top. Damn. T-U BBs. T-U BBs. There, son. What's wrong, Jake? Mama. Okay. Go to mommy.
Hi, my Jake. Hi, my. Oh, look at him. Did you eat my chocolate?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, look at him.
Alright, so everything's just been a 1-for-1, but we do have lots of 2-for-1s in our deck. We have, of course, the 4 Gear Hulks. We have a Chandra. Can get us some value. We have the Glimmers. We have a Pull. This is okay. I didn't draw... What? There was no baby dropping here.
What?
Nothing.
You dropped the baby.
Nothing. Might as well just try to get a little bit of value. If my opponent like opts to discard something, I can bounce it, then get the crypt breaker. Ooh. What's wrong, Jack?
I offered him chocolate and he said no.
Oh.
And he's upset that I keep offering.
What are you complaining about there?
About the kid.
What you discarding there, buddy?
Buddy.
Friend.
Pal.
Chingu.
Amigo.
Dude.
Who that?
Hey, hey, hey.
Wow, I can use food that, but you can use food? Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, think about
Do I yell stuff in Korean at your kids like old Italian ladies yell at their kids? No? Maybe? Yes? Alright, whatevs.
You don't know that. You don't know
Return
enough Korean
to-
to do that.
Hey, 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 huh?
Oh, fighting
Huh?
words.
You watch your language there.
Oh, pew, pew.
Okay, yeah, you pew pew.
Fired away.
Fire it off.
That's what I said.
Okay. Come on, just pull from tomorrow. Just can we just can we just draw that card, please? Jake, you look sleepy or something.
He's sick. He's on himself.
Well, he's either sick. Okay, I'm not.
I'm not offering it to you. I'm eating it. Calm down.
Wait, why wouldn't you wait and get a 3/3 zombie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I keep this in my hand. So there's not a lot of pressure here, right? And if my opponent top decks a Liliana's Mastery, I can censor it. Okay, now I should cycle. They have 6 lands.
Wow. I have a 40% H&M coupon code.
That's great.
I must use this.
What?
40%?
40.
Holy cow.
Hey, what? Cut those. You wouldn't believe how unlucky I am. You wouldn't believe it.
I wouldn't believe.
25 lands, clearly correct.
10-piece bucket KFC, $13.99.
I don't care about any of these coupons.
Before you told me that I used to just throw them away and not care.
Okay,
And now I am, and now you're like, oh yeah, what about KFC pearls?
Jake is like, stop fighting, mommy and daddy.
No, he wants my attention. I go, my Jake.
These are nice lands to draw, though, to be fair.
Oh, did you Baba Jake?
I actually did not know these were Therese Nielsen.
I
Are they all Therese Nielsen? Jeez, Guru Lands gas. This is the worst. I just know that, like, I'm gonna get Liliana's Mastered here. Just play your Transgress the Mind. I bet that's what my opponent drew. Okay, that's just what I'm hoping for. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh my god. This is gonna be real nice.
We're gonna leave soon
Why?
to pick up Kyle and go to market.
Oh my god.
Did you win or are you losing?
Let's just say what I'm doing right now is filthy.
What? You're dirty?
Okay, so let's put this sucker here.
You're being wasteful?
You just do that, right?
Oh my God.
The filth is so real. Yeah, so filthy I need to take a shower.
Better than diapers too,
Okay.
and wipes.
So I probably shouldn't flip this, right? It's probably better to have this on the board because if I draw a spell, this flips. Wait, opponent! I was still having my fun! Cake and eating it! Alright, whatever. I'll accept a 4-1. Trophy!
Pippa, look at this.
He looks so sad. Wait, how do I get the... Do I type in trophy? Or chest?
No,
Chest.
trees.
Oh, I meant chest.
Those are trees.
Whoa! What the hell? I'm chest flooded. Look at this. I didn't even realize I had all these chests.
Pretty busty.
Still
there.
had all these chests.
Busty.
Busty. What?
What a nice chest you got there.
Yeah, I'm well endowed.
Alright,
in
we're
the-
gonna go soon, so you better wrap this up.
Chest region.
Wrap it up.
Time for 100 chest opening. You know what? How about this? When we empty the Cheons, I will open 100 chests, okay?
Well, you have
I'll open them
124, so you should open 124.
No, but it's nice. It's a clean... Dude, 100 is nice. You know, what's the headliner? Opening 124 chests. Yeah.
It's better than 100.
The 100 is nicer. It's clean. It's neat. Oh! Hey.
Not it.
What? What? Not it.
He was pooping as I was holding him.
What?
Just for you, Daddy dearest. He wants to go to you.
No. Wait, just let me. I gotta.
Oh, you don't want his love.
Yeah.
Oh.
You won't believe what happens. Opening 100 chests, and then I have like one of these as like my photo. Clickbait. Yeah. Compromise open 200. Yeah, maybe I'll get there. But this is currently where we're at. I like the 2 Sweltering Suns and the 3rd in the sideboard. Glorybringer's been like decent.
Oh no.
Chandra might be better. I don't know. But this costs 1 less. I have liked the additional card draw here. And I have not really missed the second pull, really, with all the illuminations. So, and I like 25 more than 24, but 26 could be correct. So ultimately, it could be 26 lands, 2 illuminations. It's also a consideration to go 26 lands, 1 cycle land. That's also consideration. But we've been doing pretty well with just 1 pull. I could always open 24 chests and now keep it open. I could, but I just don't think it would have enough value. More illumination. No. Don't cut Glimmer of Genius, folks. It's too important. You have so many bad cards. Game 1. You want to be able to filter through, find your Gearhulks, find more Glimmers. Also, it gives you the energy to make sure your Harness Lightnings can kill big green creatures. This is often the most important card in those matchups when you play against like black-green, and having the extra energy is nice. Also, when you're playing against decks like zombies, sometimes they resolve like a 6/6 Diograph Colossus, and you need the Harness Lightning to deal with that. Glimmer of Genius is nice, yeah, for sure. Currently, I'm trying 1 Summary Dismissal in the sideboard. If people do choose to play Martin Mueller's Double Sphinx of the Final Word sideboard, then having an out for that is nice. I actually have 2 outs, I guess, because I have Commit to Memory as well. But we have a little bit of everything. But again, I've liked this deck. And what do? We went like 7-3 today, which is okay. And again, just at the Pro Tour, just things didn't go my way, unfortunately. Again, I will say though, this deck is not nearly as like consistent maybe as other decks because you have a lot of these conditional cards. So sometimes your cards don't line up properly. Like playing against Black-Green Energy is pretty rough because your Magma Sprays don't do a whole lot. And Harness Lightning is the only removal spell that actually really works against them a lot of the time. Do I side out all sensors in the control mirror? I do not, because I do think you need to have a couple of cyclers just to make sure you can hit your land drops. Isn't Kefnet a better answer to Sphinx than Summary? I don't want to bring in Kefnet, though, against Teamer, because it just doesn't do enough in that matchup. I think in the mirror, Kefnet is one of the best things you could be doing, but I just feel like we have enough counterspells and other threats in our sideboard that you're wasting a slot, in my opinion. I'd rather have an extra card against zombies, or an extra card against Mardu vehicles, or an extra card against Marvel, than have a card specifically for the mirror. I don't like playing Jeskai because I dislike the mana base for Jeskai. What about a Horribly Awry for Black-Green Energy? Definitely a reasonable thing to do. At the same time, you could just Thing in the Ice. Nothing? You could just Thing in the Ice against energy. I have lost to just resolve bristling hydras and stuff. I don't see. That's where I disagree. I don't think Sphinx of the Final Word is necessary. I've beaten it before. Dragon Master Outcast goes over to the top of that plan if you go too deep on Sphinx. If you played, you could play maybe one. Alternatively, you can just board in Thing in the Ice and use that to pressure them as well. I think in that one match where we lost in the mirror, had I just used the Harness Lightning on my Thing in the Ice, I might have won that game. Just having a 7-8 Thing in the Ice is a big game.
What's a thing in the ice?
It's a magic card.
What thing? What is a thing in the ice?
Huh?
What is it? What's a thing?
The Thing in the Ice is a Kraken horror. It is a giant thing that was frozen by some kind of glacier thing.
Oh, so it's a creature.
It is a creature.
Oh, I see. Because it's just like, oh, there's a thing in the ice. What thing?
This
Spade?
this is the humor that happens when
Like a fork in
somebody
the ice?
doesn't play Magic at all.
Did someone like leave a scarf in the ice? Like that.
There is no scarf in the ice.
Like a snowman, you know?
Like a snowman. All right, folks. I think I'm going to call it early today. Thank you all for watching, and that big shout out to Sambiel87 once again. That donation train was
There was a
insane.
train?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't want to mention that to me?
Well, it wouldn't have impressed you anyways.
Yeah, I guess. But what is it?
Don't worry about it.
What? Hey, what happened to the Lisa birthday fund? Oh, I didn't see any of that.
Oh yeah, I owe
Chat?
you like $20.
Oh, okay.
And your birth is no longer your birthday, so you don't get this one.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Here,
Oh.
hey, look, I got you this.
Alright.
Yeah. I can't smell. I'm sick, but I'm assuming it smells great.
It doesn't smell like anything.
What? They're real. Don't tell her. Yeah. It was just like a couple bucks.
How much?
Like a few bucks.
Just tell me.
Like at least $100. Something like that. But it definitely made me feel better about my horrible performance last weekend at the Pro Tour.
Oh, monetary gains for your losses.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I cashed a Pro Tour. I went 10-6. You're not supposed to tell the wife you've got money. I don't have that much money. Yeah. But I have a lot of content that's going to be coming out. I'll probably upload one of these leagues tonight and one more tomorrow. I might be switching decks tomorrow because I want to mix it up. And I also just want to make sure I know how to play all the decks because I will be doing coverage for Grand Prix Montreal next weekend.
Isn't it
So-
this weekend?
Or this coming weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. Just really been enjoying coverage in general. More so than playing, but honestly, that's probably just a function of the fact that I've been doing poorly in all the tournaments I've played in. Whereas when I do coverage, it's really hard to mess it up unless I actually do bad. Nice.
I need new panties.
All right, you got lots of panties.
And I got panties for my mom. You wanna see? Little penguins.
I do not. You know, I feel like no, well, chat probably wants to know, but they don't need to know about that stuff. Huh? About your britches. Montreal is a nice time. I like Canada, despite all the things people say, bad, like negative things. Canada has been like Vancouver is one of my favorite cities. Yeah, they're like, it's like just like you. It's like America, but like people are like friendlier. Get some poutine, healthy poutine. Vancouver is great. I love Vancouver. Yeah. I have enjoyed it. I have enjoyed all of my experiences in Canada so far. I've not had a negative one yet. So, there is that. Alright, folks, before I take off, of course, this stream has sponsors. Make sure you guys check out channelfireball.com. If you want to purchase anything from the website, put in the coupon code Haumph, and you'll receive 5% off any purchase that you make. Also, check out inkedgaming.com. If you go to inkedgaming.com, use that coupon code Haumph, you get 12% off your purchase. Now, inkedgaming.com, if you go to the website, you can buy customizable playmats. So if you have any sweet pictures you want to turn into a playmat, you know, you got a cool picture with your friends or you know, just a picture of some cool anime thing or whatever, all you have to do is just submit your picture. They can get a playmat made. They also have a lot of selections that you can just choose from as well. Last but not least, make sure you guys check out manatraders.com. Anything you need for Magic online, check out the website. And make sure you guys hit that link. Hit that link. If you want to rent cards from their website, put in the coupon code Haumph. You get a 20% off discount on your first monthly subscription. So if you can't afford to buy these decks, you can actually choose to rent cards. They have a monthly fee. And if you put in the coupon code Haumph, you will get 20% off your purchase. But if you do make any purchases, tickets, whatever, hit that link, because that's the only way they'll know that you you heard about their website. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Oh, we have new links for you, by the way.
Okay. You should tell them not to work on that so hard anymore because of the thing.
You can still work on it.
Well, yeah, but
It's your own thing.
it's less fruitful. I'm sure you've been asked like a million times, but how do you feel about your deck post-mortem? I think this deck is...
You mean being dead?
I think this deck is...
Jake, stop farting.
I think this deck is definitely still good. If people are going to be high on zombies, I think this is a very solid choice. I think this deck has a pretty decent game against zombies. I also like... if Teamer is a thing, this deck is definitely at least not a dog. I think game one, you're a pretty reasonable sized favorite. And then after sideboard, it's closer, for sure, depending on their sideboard plan. If they board in a bunch of Dispels and Negates, it's definitely hard. But I would still overall be on the blue-red side. Now, I don't think it's blue-red is an overwhelming favorite, but I think they're still a small favorite overall. What's wrong?
I offered him chocolate again.
Hey, come here. Ah, hey. He loves his mommy. Is there a deck list for this? It's called Alt Print Screen. Or is it Control Print Screen? I think it's Alt Print Screen. Alright, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. See you all tomorrow for a little more blue-red control maybe. And I'm going to definitely test the top deck.
I don't know. Jake is sick.
Throughout this week, I'm going to be playing Zombies and Teamer Marvel.
You might not be
and
able to stream.
probably some Mardu. I'm definitely streaming. I have to stream. You stay home and watch him, huh?
No!
I'll see you guys later.
Hey. Let's do a straw poll. Huh? Who should watch the kid? The stay-at-home dad?
I'm not a stay-at-home dad.
Work-at-home dad?
You want me to just do this in the office?
Work-at-home dad?
I can't work with this guy. Huh? Hey, I can't work with you. I can't work with you. You're so happy. Yeah, I can't work with you. I can't work with you. What? What you do? Ah, I can't work with you. I can't work with you. Ah. Ow. Ow. I can't work with you.
Ow.
What? See, somebody said, sorry,
Yeah.
Lisa, but Daddy brought home a lot
That
of
I
money.
don't see any of, huh? What the hell?
Yeah. Oh, hey, we surprised her for once in our life. Huh? We surprised her. I get it. Watcha. Watcha. Go, Jojo. Hey. Nya. Ah. Bye bye. Airplane. Check. Bye bye. Bye bye. Yeah. Bye bye. Dada. Dada. Check. Mama. Where's Mama? Mama. Hi, Mama. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that over there? Huh?